Hi everyone, and welcome to another Team Proxy the Power video. I'm Amnar, and today I'm doing a deck tech for standard Pauper. Today I'll be playing a Dimir puzzle, which is a blue-black control build. This one here was actually made by Forley and won first place at the beginning of the season here in SPDC. So I'll be running through this list today. We're running 22 lands, and the first thing I noticed when playing with the deck is it could probably use an extra 1 or 2 lands. Definitely was having mana problems sometimes. Your main source of card advantage in this deck would be Pieces of the Puzzle. That's where the deck gets its name. And so Pieces of the Puzzle can actually help you get 2 instants or sorceries from the top 5 cards of your library, but it does not help you get any land when you need it. So you could probably stand to go up to 23 lands, maybe even 24. Alright, so actually getting into the deck, this deck runs an absolute ton of removal. I mean, you have your 4 Reeve Souls to destroy power 3 or less, 3 Grasp of Darkness for -4/-4, 3 Disregard for exiling, and 3 Oblivion Strike. Now also kind of counted along with this for removal is your Clutch of Currents, which can return a creature to his hand and also provide you with your own 3/3 creature as well. Now the reason why you're running so many Reeve Souls with your Grasp of Darkness is for Shambleback. This card here for 1 mana can exile a card from the graveyard and give you a 2/2 zombie token and 2 life, which is pretty good at stalling out against aggro, and can even help exile some tricky creatures like your Sanitarium Skeleton or other creatures that they just keep bringing back with Pulse of Marasa. Okay, for your card selection, you're running 3 Anticipates, which are kind of nice. It's only 2 mana, so if you're kind of stuck on lands, it can help you find whatever you're needing. See, also, you're running 1 Catalog, sort of like an odd card advantage spell, along with 1 Read the Bones. And also 1 Comparative Analysis, which I really like this one, especially when combined with Clutch of Currents cast for 1. That and being cast at instant speed, you can leave up mana for your calculated dismissals. There were also a couple of times whenever, in the mid or late game, whenever calculated dismissal was really bad, and I ended up just casting it for the scry value. Your main win condition here would be your Ojutai's Summons, which summons a 2/2 blue Jin Monk token, and then rebound so you cast it again. Most decks don't really play a lot of flyers, so as long as you can get rid of like some Vulturous Avens, you should be pretty clear in the air. And one great idea that Forley had was combining Undead Servant with Pieces of the Puzzle. Since Pieces of the Puzzle puts any card from the top of your library into your graveyard, and since Pieces of the Puzzle only gets instants or sorceries, if you ever see an Undead Servant with it, it's pretty much going straight to the yard, which in turn actually helps you pump out more and more zombie tokens. It's a really good synergy. As for the sideboard here, we're running 2 Dispels and 2 Negates for a counterspell package. If you're coming up against other control decks, counterspells or instant speed, these are the ones that you go to. We have some against aggro decks. We have Deadweight as a 1 mana removal spell, 2 Duress for a control matchup, extra Shamblebacks for people leaning heavily on Pulse of Marasa. Also, for help against aggro decks, if you use a Reeve Soul or an early removal spell on their creature, you can then have a pretty good blocker and gain some life. We have an extra Complete Disregard. Usually if you want to switch out your slow 4 mana sorcery speed removal, you can bring in this one to be a little faster, or in case you need extra exile effects. We have 1 of Myra's Malice for a control mirror, also good with the Awakened. And then 2 Ruin Processors. Now, Ruin Processors can be good. They get through most ground board stalls and can also help you gain life in a pinch. However, when combined with pieces of the puzzle, there is a chance that you can put them in the graveyard instead of your hand. So if you're sideboarding these, you may want to replace a pieces of the puzzle with this. I ended up usually not bringing them in. That's pretty much the deck. This same weekend that I ran this deck, also our Remedio 1 ran the same deck, and I believe Forley ran a slightly different version of his own deck. So while I didn't do so well in the tournament, Roberto Remedio ended up placing, I believe, second. Anyways, I'll provide a link in the comments here for the actual full deck list, and let me know what you guys think. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the matches.